So I wanted to talk about decisions because a lot of us makes decisions that we don't really think clearly, and it affects us long term, short term, every type of term. So I wanted to tell y'all a little experience about me. I bought a car a while back ago. At the moment, I felt like I needed it for my family. It felt like the right decision. It sounded good. It sounded affordable. I felt like I could put it in my budget. And that's not a good way to go into that thinking about, oh, I could put it into my budget. You got to think outside the box. You got to start thinking, like, is this car really worth that price? Is this really worth it? Should I really continue with this? How is this going to affect me? And we got to make decisions like that, vice versa, towards anything, like from jobs, relationships, because some of us be in relationships with people just because they're pretty or they got a nice little body and you get turned on, and then one thing leads into another, and then you end up having babies and you're like, oh my God. And then you're like, "Oh, I can't see my person no more. I can't see myself." And it's all about the decision. You should have thought about it through. It felt good. I understand that you probably caught a vibe, but you got to think about it serious because stuff happens, man. Life hits you from different angles, and you're just like, man, that wasn't the right decision. So you got to really think things clear because it's serious. To any decision, from like joining the military. Some people join the military because it sounds good. Straight out of high school, they're like, yeah, I want to do this and do that. They join and they're just like, man, I hate it here. Like, this is not what I want to do. And it's like, it sounded good, so you did it, but you didn't think it through all the way through. You got to do your research. You got to ask people in the military. You got to ask people that have been there, done that. And that's how you make good decisions from people that have made the decisions. They show you how to level up or not level there and just figure out another route or something, because you can't just make decisions on the moment because it sounds good. You have to really think things clear because it's going to affect you physically, mentally, emotionally, money wise. And then if I'm sad and I'm not happy and I bring that energy home, how you think everybody else over there is going to be? My lady's going to be mad at me because I'm not happy. I'm mad at her because I'm not, or I'm mad at her because I'm like, this car, it's too much money, this and that. You got to pay for it, or things like that. Like, that's not healthy. That is not healthy. And we really got to think things clear because some of us, we just don't think. We just act. And that's not good. We got to change that habit of us, man. We really have to think things clear, do a little research, and make sure we're comfortable and continue on. Even when you're looking for a job, people be looking for jobs. They're just applying everywhere. The first person to call them, they go in there and they start working, and they're like, man, I hate it here. I don't know why I came to work here. It's because you didn't think things through. You should apply places you like, things you want to get into, things you want to learn, to build yourself, to build the lifestyle around yourself to where you're happy, because it's gonna be an everyday thing. So if you were not making the right decision at the moment, it's because you weren't thinking. You have to think things clear. Take a second, realize, be like, okay, I see they have this here, they have that over there. Okay, I'd like to apply here. Let me see that. Not just like, oh, there's an opening. Let me apply. Whatever, blah blah. If they call me, I'll go. That's not thinking things clear. Vice, let's bring it back to me at the moment. I'm not saying that I couldn't afford or cannot do it. It's just the fact that I didn't think things clear to where the money that I am gonna be putting towards this car could have gone somewhere else to help my family in different ways and help me. But time is money, and then all the money I'm making is just going into that extra money is really nothing because it's just gonna go down because the car is not worth that no more. So it just made me really think a lot. Like, man, a lot of us just make decisions just to make them and not even think them through. And it sucks because that affects a lot of people around you, and then you feel kind of down on yourself, and you shouldn't feel down on yourself. You should feel happy because we all got to make decisions regardless. We got to learn from experience and keep it moving. Like the locks, LOX, learned off experience, which is pretty dope. Shout out to the locks. But Yeah, it's serious, man. A lot of us just do things to do it, and we don't know why. I don't know. I think that's a bad habit, that we should be changing. But you guys should really think about it, man. Like, it's shocking. Like, it's so shocking because it affects, man. It affects. It drains you. It pours you. It squeezes you down, and then you're just like, But the only person to blame is you. You gotta look yourself in the mirror, and either figure out how you're gonna come out of it scoring, or how you're gonna come out of it smoothly, or really figure it out. Don't go into it and then just let it, just drain you and drain you. No, that's the negative thinking. We shouldn't think like that. We should really do a little research, figure out where you want to be. Is that what you want to do? Ask some people, and then see and go from there. Vice versa when you're dealing with a relationship with a person, get to know them a little bit. Don't just jump straight to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you might end up knocking each other up the first day. You don't know if he's crazy, she's crazy, or whatever the situation might be, and then you're like, man, that's the problem. Like, you just thought at the moment, you wasn't really thinking things clearly. It sucks, but it's part of it. It's part of life. We're gonna experience, but I just want to let my people know, yo, we should think about the decisions we make before we do it. And then once we make them, and then we don't like them, don't drain yourself. Figure out how you get yourself out of it. If you're in a relationship with somebody and it's not healthy, cool. Talk to each other. Let them know, look, we're not good for each other, but our kids are our kids. We're not gonna disown them or anything. We're always gonna be there for them. You buy a car that's too expensive. Well, now, buddy, you got to figure out how to make extra income, how to lower down your budgets, other situations. If you're looking for a better job, learn where to look, how to network with people, how to ask certain questions. Because some of us, we just do it without thinking, and it's like, no, really figure things out. Vice versa, people, joining the military straight out of high school. Some people just go in without anything. It just sounds good. It sounds cool. It sounds like, yeah, that's the right decision to make because it's going to give me some cool points. And it's not about that, bro. It's really not. It's about making decisions that are going to affect your life positively long term. And it's going to bring nothing but betterness and betterness and better and better. I don't even think betterness is a word, but yeah, we should really start thinking like that. Let me know what y'all think. I want to know some bad decisions y'all made, without thinking, or funny situation. You bought a dog and you're like, man, I really can't keep this dog, things like that, man. I want to start interacting with my fans out here. So if you could write a comment, let me know some decisions you made without thinking. You just did it and then you had to pay for it. Let me know we could share it with the people and let them know, man, because the only people we could help is each other. So let's try to help each other. Peace, guys.